So, we begin this play with the three kings on their way to visit the baby Jesus. First king.
Mighty God and most of main, to honour thee we may be fain. The star, I see it comin' again, that was out of our sight.
Thy lordship to us thou ne lane, that for mankind would suffer pain. Thou sendest grace if thou be gain, to come to thee tonight.
Ah, Lord, honoured be thou aye, for now we shall know well the way. I will follow it in good fay, my forward to fulfil.
I hope without dread today to see that child in his array, that methinks, lords, by my fay, the star, it standeth still.
That is a sign we be near, but high hall see I none here. To a child of such power, this housing standeth low.
Now well I wot withouten weir, without pride he will appear, to make men meek in such manner, an example us to show.
The star yonder over the stable is, I wot be not gone amiss, for it hath stirred ever or this, and now there it is glent.
Because we have had a certain amount of wandering starage going on over the last few plays, which has been a little confusing. But certainly in this case, the star has reappeared, they said at the very beginning of the play, because there are occasionally in these stories the instance where the star disappears and they actually get down on their knees and pray for it to reappear. But we've entered at the moment that they've just noticed it reappearing in the sky, and it's over the stable. We continue kings.
I wot he one is herewis, and this simple house is his. Ordain we now that king of bliss, apatly are present.
What present best will for him fall? Cast we here betwixt us all, for though he lie in an ox stall, his might is nevertheless.
King of Jews we shall him call, therefore of me have he shall, that am his subject and his thrall, gold ere I pass, for in our land is the manner to approach no king near, but dainty gifts rich and clear after his dignity. And for a king, gold clean and clear is most commendable, therefore now here he shall have that of me. Also it seems by this place that little treasure his mother has, therefore to help her in this case, gold shall be my present.
And I will offer through God's grace incense that no savour has. Dench of the stable it shall wast, there as they be lent.
And myrrh is best mine offering to be, to anoint him, as thinks me, the child's members, head and knee, and other limbs all. Thus shall we honour him, all three, with things that falls to his degree, touching manhood and deity. These gifts will well befall.
You say well, lords, wittily, as touching gold prove may I, it should be given him duly, because of temporality. Sith he shall be king most mighty, tribute he must have truly, and gold therefore wittily is best, as thinks me.
And sith he hath in him Godhead, methinks best as I eat bread, incense to give him through my reed, in name of sacrifice, for that may no way be led, sith he of holy church is head. More due gifts if I should be dead, I cannot devise.
You say full well, sirs, both two, and myrrh is good, methinks also. There does seem to be a little bit of a competition going on here, doesn't there? Just to add just that little bit of humanity to what otherwise is a relatively straightforward procession. I just quite like that. You say full well, sirs, both two, and myrrh is good, methinks also, sith he for man will suffer woe, and die on rude tree, myrrh that puts sin him fro, and saves man from rotting woe, for it is best to balm him, though, that shall he have of me.
By these gifts three of good array, three things understand I may, a king's power sooth to say, by gold, here in my hand, and for his Godhead lastly I. Incense we must give him today, and bodily death must also in good fay. By myrrh I understand.
Gold love also may signify, for it men given not commonly, but there they loven heartfully. This child as we done all, an incense tokeneth, leave I orisons and prayers done devoutly, myrrh death that man hath bodily, and all these hymns shall fall.
Yes, I should point out at this point that, of course, they haven't actually reached the interior of the stable yet. So they haven't actually presented these gifts. They're just discussing the gifts that they're going to be passing on. Anyway, the kings continue. By gold that we to bring are bound, that richest metal of renown, skilfully understand we mound most precious Godhead, and incense may well be said a root of great devotion. By myrrh that waives corruption, clean flesh both quick and dead, and sickly this known we, he wants none of these three, for full Godhead in him has he, as gold may signify. And soul devout in him must be to come out of the Trinity, and clean flesh we hopen to see in him full hastily.
Now we have proven it here. These gifts to him be most clear. Go we forth in good manner, and make we our presence.
Star it shines fair and clear over this stable eye entire. Here is his wanting, without and where, and herein is he lent.
A fair maiden yonder I see, an old man sitting at her knee, a child or so, as thinks me. 3 persons them are.
I say in certain this is he that we have sought from our country. Therefore now with all honesty honour I will that baron.
So at some point in the previous lines, the people within the stable obviously were presented to the audience. So, continue Kings.
Hail be thou, Lord, Christ and Messiah, that from God art common kindly mankind, of bale for all to forbuy, and into bliss bring. We know well by prophecy of Moses, David, and Esau, and Balaam, of our ancestry of Jews, thou shalt be king. Therefore, as falleth for thy crown, gold I have here ready bound, to honour thee with great renown, after thy royalty. Take here, Lord, my intention, that I do with devotion, and give me here thy benison, ere that I go from thee.
And just a little earlier in that speech we were talking about prophecy and Balaam of our ancestry. Balaam, of course, we had in play 5. Continue 2nd King.
Hail be Christ Emmanuel, thou common hour for man's heel, and for to win again that whale that Adam put away. Prophets of thee every one say, both Esau and Ezekiel, and Abraham might not conceal the sooth of thee to say. Bishop, I wot thou must be, therefore now as thinks me, incense will fall best for thee, and that now here I bring. In tokening of thy dignity, and that office of spirituality, receive here, Lord, at me, devoutly mine offering.
Hail, conqueror of all mankind, to do mercy thou hast mind, the devil's band to unbind, and relieve all thine. A full fair way thou can find to Haunces and put him behind, though thy passion to unbind thy people that be in pine. Thou shalt mend us through thy might, die and rise the 3rd night, to recover again our right, and break the devil's band. Myrrh to thee here have I dight, to balm thy body fair and bright. Receive my present, sweet wight, and bless me with thy hand.